Hello, my name is Rafael Ramirez, and my final video project is on Gigantomachy and how it was represented in ancient Greek art. The word Gigantomachy comes from two different phrases, giganto meaning giant, and maki meaning war. Essentially, the War of Gigantomachy was the war between the gods of Olympus led by Zeus and the forces of hell led by Alcyoneus. The gods won the war against the giants with the help of the hero Heracles, immortal. The victory goes as this. Alcyoneus was undefeatable while in his home ground of Palani, but the hero Heracles was able to carry Alcyoneus across the border and slaughter him outside of his home. Some stories about the War of Gigantomachy can be found in the architecture of ancient Greek buildings like this one. In this carving, we can see Apollo and Artemis pursuing a fleeing giant after a battle, and a lion pulling an attack chariot biting into the giant's midsection. When taking a look at this art piece, it is worth noting the flow of story from left to right, the details of the giant's body language as they run away, and the pure chaos that encapsulates the true feeling of a battle between gods and giants. Now compare that piece to this one. This is Athena battling Alcyoneus, a different carving depiction of Gigantomachy. In this scene, Athena is grabbing Alcyoneus by the hair during battle while Night flies in to crown Athena. These two pieces have a few things in common as well. They depict Gigantomachy, they depict violence, and it involves the gods being victorious. However, there are some differences as well. For example, this piece is much more detailed due to it being much larger. The movement in this scene is much more violent, and the faces that are still intact in display have a much wider range of emotion, like suffering and despair. Moving on to some of the major players in Gigantomachy, we have Heracles, or as he's better known as Hercules, who is the main character in this mythology, who first attacked Alcyoneus and pierced him with a poisoned arrow. He also managed to kill a giant by breaking his neck with his bare hands thanks to the inherited strength from Zeus, his father. Next, we have Athena, who was in charge of crushing Enceladus when he left the battlefield, and for battling Alcyoneus. One last thing I wanted to share before I end the video is my own rendition of Gigantomachy. I have Heracles and Athena side by side as they face off against the giant. I did this real quick with the supplies I had on me, and I just wanted to share it right before I sign off. Thank you for watching. See you.